Okay, I need to get good at editing if I'm going to get anywhere. I'm sure Ty can teach me his ways. I hope he takes souls as payment. Alright, so Ty's office is on the 17th floor. Better make my way up then. Crap. I can't go like this.
Again, this is the 4th time this week. I'm sorry about that. Our repair guys are,
So, does the red wire connect to the blue wire, or does the blue wire connect to the red wire?
How the heck am I supposed to know?
I don't know, maybe it's because you're the technician? Ugh, screw it. I'm just gonna start connecting things and hope I don't explode.
Isn't that a safety hazard?
You know what, faggot? You're a safety hazard! Shut up!
Anyway, this elevator comm is only one way, so I can't hear your screams of terror. I recommend you find something to do to preoccupy yourself with. I don't know, maybe like you have a smartphone on you or something. I'm pretty sure kids like you have phones on all the time.
He's right. Luckily, I do have my phone on me. Might as well check. What do you mean I have no signal? Might as well cover this material I have instead.
Oh, and by the way, not to freak you out, but you only have like half an hour of oxygen left in there, so just don't panic. Or, you know, you might not be able to live anymore.
What?
Hey! You know I can't hear you, right?
Just got this old dude telling me to keep quiet and play with my technology and not gonna waste all my oxygen. Brr. Alrighty, before getting into this degree chain mess, I would like to preface this by saying that I know Azelf has disowned the video. However, I would still like to give feedback on where she could improve. There could still be something new I bring to the table that was not brought up before, and I legitimately want to see you get better, Azzy. On to what I'm covering. This is continuing the Joshua tree. For those unaware, the Joshua tree is a huge degree chain that splits into different branches that covers Joshua Covey House, a target of the CC for years. Azelf101 tackles Obscurian, or Blaze of Arcana, or Skeleton Nation. Seriously, bro, just stick to a name. He has a video on Doodle and Joshua's co-op on this guy named Slayer of Demons on Joshua. Luckily, there aren't a ton of degrees I'm touching on, but here's the full list anyway.
Alright, so I wanted to get it out real quick because a lot has just kind of held this video back from technical difficulties to just me being lazy.
Azzy, you clearly sound sick here, and it doesn't look good on your end. You admit to laziness in both the annotation and your little disclaimer. If you want to improve, you need to cut that out the best you can. Honestly, if you were sick, I would have put in text to explain what was going on instead of bringing down the overall quality of the video. It'd save your voice, let you think about what you wanted to say, and not have that fluff at the end. You may be the ultimate marshmallow, but that doesn't mean you gotta fluff out this video.
Let's show those dense motherfuckers some logic.
No, you don't get JoJo! But there's a few issues I have with this intro. Now this first point, you can take it or leave it as it chalks up to personal preference, but the pacing for this intro, for lack of a better term, is dead. It starts off okay, but then the names and pictures start to linger on screen for too long, and with the slow keyframing, it doesn't sit well with me. It felt longer than the 22 seconds it actually was. And then there's this bit right here. The footage seemingly stops, further killing the pacing. Now, it's only because of the thumbnail getting in the way, but it literally stops your video right in its tracks. If you want to use gameplay footage, be mindful when you have other bits covering the screen. It could do more harm than good. The next thing I want to bring up is that crazy, noisy, bizarre town bit at the end. You tried to recreate the intro of that JoJo OP, but not only does it feel like it's slapped onto the very end and doesn't flow well with the rest of your intro, this reeks of laziness. Presentation is everything. If you want to use crazy, noisy, bizarre town and not try to pay homage / reference to the OP, I would have passed it off as a meh intro and left it at that, but you tried to reference it. Not only could you have done way better, the keyframing was too slow to match with the original OP. Now I realize this was for syncing with the music that was playing, but it could have been done way better. There's something bothering me about the audio you used. Did you slow it down? Here, let me show you what I mean here at the end of both intros. Azzy didn't use the EDM version of the OP either. So what's the deal with this? Also the colored bit with them going across the screen? That's not even the right part of the song. It's this part. And it would be super easy to recreate that portion. The beginning of the song could be pictures of Axel and Gangaroo among other people involved. Then throw in avatar pictures flying across the screen in time with the music and add a blur effect to the pictures while having normal silhouette on top on a separate track. Does it seem like I'm making a mountain out of a molehill? I won't deny the possibility, but if you want to reference something, it shouldn't be done half-heartedly as it makes you look unwilling to go the extra mile. Okay, that's one tangent down. Pray that I don't have any more.
So meet Blaze of Arcana, our commentator previously known as Skeleton Agent, who used to make commentaries that were not really good.
Okay, just gotta get this out of the way now. Your volume is way too quiet compared to the music. It's very close to drowning you out, and you can easily adjust the volume in your music track in your editor. Seriously, you have like, what, Sony Vegas or something? I know it can be a stubborn son of a gun, but not that stubborn.
Let's show those dense motherfuckers some logic.
I decided to give you the Dick Sponge treatment and change your avatar. But don't worry, you'll love him. After all, he's in hashtag BringBackFly 2017, so you should be fine.
You're doing the same joke twice in a row? I mean, I guess you have every right to, but since your last commentary was the one on Dick Sponge and you do the same thing there, it starts to lose some of the effectiveness and humor value. If anything, you just created more work for yourself, and that extra time could have been spent tightening up your presentation. And I know running jokes are a thing, but the way it comes off here, it feels like it's rehashing a joke just for the sake of rehashing a joke. Though to be fair, I don't necessarily blame you. Real life wrestlers as avatars? Pfft, trashed here.
Let's show those dense motherfuckers some logic.
Hey, quick question. Why the frick does this pick a Rainbow Dash have a white background? Blaze, please, I'm sure you can find more PNGs in Rainbow Dash that give you a transparent background. I'm sure I don't need to explain to you how Google Images work.
Alright, Azelf, you're not wrong and I'm gonna let you finish, but I need to hit Obscurian for a second. Bro, what's with this intro? The pacing is too slow and the keyframing is janky, leading to a lack of interest. There's no flow to this whatsoever. The pictures and the keyframing are not in time with the music, and the text moving in the manner it does takes away from the other visuals. Humans jump to text before looking at pictures because we want to constantly absorb information. Be mindful of text and its placement.
Okay, I'm going to use a help building a new tree named after me. If this tree is a bird, you'll spoil it.
Okay, why? Why this white background? Why these subtitles? Great job of being confused in the first 5 seconds. Why is this white background here? Out of the huge library of moving backgrounds you have, Doodle, you pretty much use a white background.
First off, great job cutting off Joshua there, buddy. Yes, it really might not have mattered since you are talking about presentation, but it just seems jarring that you decided to cut it off again, and to be honest, it's kind of rude. I advise you to respect your targets more and let them finish their statement. Second, you just want to know about the music, and you're being a hypocrite since you also have a lack of background music in your original video, and then decide to look over the video and even re-upload the video with the music because re-uploading to fix the stage is so hard, right guys? But yet here you're complaining about it in this video. Not to mention, let's have the music either too quiet or too loud, both people wouldn't really care about it. And third, the white background is clearly an obvious COVID hashtag white border hat. And while yes, I can admit that when we're for those who didn't see the most Christmas special on the tree, which you also totally watched by the way, it does make sense since one of the things you and the others in the tree loved to bring up was white borders hat. I mean, I can understand what Josh was doing earlier. As white borders matter in mind, I should have been used to calling Josh was slapping on white borders and having in things like black square booties in them, rather than just using whatever he used to make the white borders as the primary editing software and just having the white background. But this is Doodle, and if I know Doodle, it actually knows how to do backgrounds properly. Also, you have to explain how YouTube gives nice comedy but still visually entertaining to watch thanks to the effects he added in, while he himself used a white background. Oh, don't worry, I'll wait.
Alright, and bringing up YouTube Dude's Ninth commentary does what exactly? Are you trying to bring in more hypocrisy? Dude, you already called him out for him bringing up a lack of background music when he did not have it too. But even then, he's not wrong in asking about it because Doodle normally has background music in her commentaries, so this particular call-up not having any music is something you could raise a small eyebrow at. Now, is it the biggest problem in the world? Nah, not really. But you can't just dismiss Obscurian because her hypocrisy. He can complain about something that he still sees as a problem, even if he's doing that problem himself.
Also, the subtitles could maybe work, however there's a closed caption feature with YouTube. Why not just use that feature instead? Or, you know, Joshua couldn't just learn how to enunciate his words correctly instead of mumbling like a baby.
While yes, using a closed caption in dual screens might be better, the way it was edited and based off the description, this video was intended to be on Joshua's channel. Yes, but Joshua can't do it in YouTube via the iPad. Also, Joshua has stated before that he's going as clear as he can. Blaze, you and I both know that he has a speech impediment. How about you said that he's giving his all with it, and in the end, this is the best option.
Even despite that Joshua can't do closed captions on the iPad, you could have also brought up how the subtitles on the screen that are closed captions make sure that everyone sees them aside from the people using the video as background noise. Closed captions, as far as I'm aware, do not play on mobile, so this is the best solution for everyone. You're not wrong, Azelf, but your point could have been much better.
Let's show those dense motherfuckers some logic.
Admittedly, less than satisfactory comment.
Blaze! What are you doing? You're re-involving fascism! We can't lose Human Group again!
Azelf, what is this editing? Axel pops in before you start speaking and then goes away before you're done. I know you can keyframe, and if it was keyframed in, it wouldn't be so jarring. I know you wanted to get this out, but you can't afford to be sloppy. You don't want to stain your avatar. Can you even stain a robot?
I dislike is people calling me a liar when I didn't lie in the first place. Here's an idea. Don't sue what I say is a lie. If you want to say I'm wrong, say that instead of calling me a liar. At least it won't be too aggravating for me.
Oh hey, that's me doing your parts.
Okay, well, let me explain the situation clearly here, since you seem to not realize what Slayer was doing. Yeah, that was pretty much
A joke.
I'm sorry, but I'll stop you right here because you already made a dumb predict in the introduction to it. Slayer made a whiny, mocking like a person Joshua, then he follows this with, and I quote, okay, but in all seriousness, your apology is a crock of shit. Yeah, it was totally a joke. In the same way a stick sponge getting on his soapbox to say a speech about slice of life in a serious tone was a joke.
Why bring up Dick Sponge? It was completely superfluous, and I do get bringing in examples, but you don't even need examples here. You proved Obscurian wrong.
If you want to know why it's that, it's because you have apologized so many times throughout the past few years that it's not even funny. Not to mention, you also wouldn't change your ways for the better due to how insincere you are.
You say, as you're commentating on a video where Joshua has a background and subtitles, which were issues people had with his videos at the beginning of the Joshua tree. Yeah, bravo, he hasn't changed for the better at all.
Hey, you know what's funny? Yeah, you say he improved in some things, and I can bring up a list of things he hasn't improved in. Yeah, roll that list, please.
Alright, let's go down the list. The point about his jokes can't be about with his commentary on Realm Wars, as it was up to the usual joke commentary formula. All his commentaries he does now is edited decently and cute cut, which while it is not so many seconds, it does get the job done. He has seemed to calm down to criticism as I did point my own quickie on him, where the commentary he started there was only 2 comments long, implying that both me and him were able to discuss the quickie without having to overreact to it. Examples please, plus he also has people now checking the script. In fact, this card with doodles should be a sign of that. Examples please, and hypocrite again, because I put your opening, which is very quiet compared to the hearing launch you gave the audience when your intro came on, which is something Joshua never does in any of his commentaries from what I have seen. Hey Blaze, just have an appointment for you to see someone. We have Quarter Guy, Raven, and even Fyro. I sure did help purity and sanity that makes you great ears.
Let's go down the list of points that you make too, because believe it or not, there are issues. Azelf, just because Joshua did a joke commentary that followed the formula does not mean it was timed well joke-wise or that the humor hit its mark at all. Following a formula doesn't equal success. Azelf, just because that he has an editor doesn't mean he knows how to use it properly. Just saying he has an editor that gets the job done doesn't mean jack squat. He also has to know how to use it. In regards to the criticism comment chain, where's this proof? Oh wait, I have it because you couldn't be bothered to show it even when you show other screenshots in this commentary. Other than that, Azelf, you cover the rest of his points fine.
Let's show those dense motherfuckers some logic.
That's another thing. I at least try to show some proof. You, on the other hand, don't try to prove me wrong by doing your own research.
Alright, but where's your proof? Yeah, whoever even edited this, probably Doodle. There's this little thing called adding in one clip to help your arguments. And this is really, really bad for people who haven't seen Joshua's original video. And you're the presenter here, so it's your job to back up your claim with evidence. You know,
Alright, how about you show it instead? I mean, you are the presenter, so you can show off pictures, footage, and more in order to show how Slayer didn't show proof in order to be better than those two. I mean, I'm sure there's also others who have come to this video that didn't know about the Joshua tree. Also, Duotones did put a link to Slayer's video down in the description for people to see. Granted, thanks to Slayer, it's unavailable, but the evidence was there. You just needed to look for one.
No one wants the burden of proof. Okay! Time for me to take responsibility because I'm stuck with a trash tier Maverick Hunter and a robot kangaroo that don't want to do any work!
That's quite hypocritical of you telling Spirit to do her research, yet you don't do any research and provide any evidence whatsoever. Way to go to contradict yourself.
Also, stop using the hypocrisy card. It expired 2 interjections ago.
Let's show those dense motherfuckers some logic.
A lot of his commentaries came out to leave this website. Yeah, I've seen his commentaries.
yeah, but where's your proof that he uses that tactic? Because not everyone has seen Slayer's content before. And just saying that you've seen his content before doesn't mean anything because you don't show clips or proof.
How about you show off the criticism? I'm sure it's not hard to look up Slayer. Find something like his fifth commentary. See his file box where he tells someone to leave the internet, and maybe show that part in there, or at least leave the video in the description. You know, for someone who wants to show proof, you're barely showing at all.
I could say the same for you, Missy, because there was proof in Doodle and Joshua's original video.
And I'll end off the video there because I honestly have nothing more to say. Final verdict. Joshua, the only advice I can give to you is to just leave the CC. Everybody is sick to death of your shitty videos, and judging from this video, it just goes to show that you haven't changed one bit from the past 5 to 6 years.
There! Evidence! Was that so hard?
Let's show those dense motherfuckers some logic.
Need I bring up the multiple responses he made to people who made comms on him, including me?
Can I remind you of the burn that took place on that very tweet by Duotones?
Need I bring up the comment chains he's made arguing with people?
Can I remind you of the comment chains now where most of them are pretty short unless your name is Dick Sponge Entertainment when he commented on the commentary on the MLP list?
Need I bring up his stop arguing with me video?
Okay, instead of just dragging Doodle's video in here, you can bring up in more detail how, because of that, Joshua has changed his overreacting ways by showing evidence of his newer content. You say he has, but then also lack the evidence, leading for your audience and me to do the extra legwork to see if your claim has credit. Obscurian is trying to drag Joshua through the mud with outdated behavior, and you don't try to combat this much. Just saying Joshua doesn't. Your word alone isn't enough. And then you go and bring up Dick Sponge again for no reason. Azelf, you taken. Calm that hate boner. That's about it for points. Silver, come on, man! I know you can point out flaws in arguments. You really need to stop checking scripts when you're half asleep. Now that the video's really over, aside from a post-credits joke, here are my final thoughts. Azelf, my biggest problem here, besides your points I covered, was the presentation. As someone who wants to go into editing for a job, I can't let this kind of laziness and rushing behavior slide. I know you wanted to get this out, and I've been in that boat before. Heck, my Michael's iCast column took 4 months for me to do, so I get ya. But you need to take your time and make sure these errors don't slip through. One thing I can recommend is having others watch your video first unlisted so they can catch any errors, because a fresh pair of eyes can go a long way. Sure, fixing and re-rendering can be a huge pain, but presentation really is everything. I know you can do better. As for your points, you played the hypocrisy card too much when hypocrisy doesn't make you wrong, but then you also failed to go in why Obscurian was wrong. You also seem to miss things from time to time. But I will give you credit, there are some decent points I skipped over. I know you're not a lost cause. You had people look over your script and they didn't seem to catch the issues, and at that point I'd start reaching out to other people or make sure that Silver isn't half awake. I would also work on your enunciation because, as you know, I had to ask you for your script so I could make you out at certain points. Great, now I'm out of stuff to do. I guess I could always pull out my phone. Dang it, I forgot I was in a dead zone. Hallelujah! Now, as long as I don't get shot, everything should be A-okay.
So you want me to teach you how to edit like me?
Mm-hmm. I'm even offering you my soul and everything.
Are you implying that I'm the devil? That's fucking rude. Miss Positive Context my ass.
Well, with skills like yours, it's clear to me that you sold your soul to the devil with editing of this caliber.
Well, I'll have you know.
Hold the fuck up. There is no way in hell that I have this guy's soul. And I would know, I own the place.
Was that a... never mind. You didn't?
As I was about to say, the only things that keep my soul captive are God and waifus.
And that's where you got your talent?
Oh no, that just came from years of practice. God just finds it humorous to hold onto my soul so he can whisk me from life to kill and on a whim. I'm basically his plaything. Oh, and the waifus are just happenstance.
Yikes.
I thought I was cruel.
So, can you teach me or not?
I suppose, but I am going to need some sort of payment, but not your soul. No man or deity should have that kind of power, especially if that's me.
Then what do you want?
I have a few ideas.
How does a guy who wears the same thing all the time have so much laundry?
Less talky, more washy. You want my secrets? Just wash my clothes for a year. You did agree to this.
Yeah, I know. Ugh.
That's for making me sound old.
Uh-huh. Oh, that free labor, just down the drain. Yep, good. I love living.
Well, when you insult people, what the fuck do you expect?
Shut up, you old fuck. Kinda out of a loop, despite being awake for 2 gosh ding-danging hours. There is still so much shit in my closet, it's unbelievable. Alright, well, you know. Okay, yeah, I'll record Brooks first, and then I'll get to Rhino, frick. So you want me to teach you how to edit like me? So you want me to teach you how to edit like me? I have no clue how you want me to say this, because there's like 500 commas here. I'm sorry, Brooke. Anyway. Are you implying that I'm the devil? That's fucking rude, Miss Positive Context my ass. Are you implying that I'm the devil? That's fucking rude. Too many stutters. Are you implying that I'm the devil? That's fucking rude, Miss Positive Context my ass. As I was about to say, the only things that keep my soul captive... Yep, good. Don't know why I stopped, that actually sounded decent. As I was about to say, the goal... Yep, great. Oh no, that just came from years of practice. God just finds it humorous to hold on to my soul Holy fuck. Alright, good job. Oh no, that just came from years of practice. God just finds it humorous to hold on to my soul so he can whisk me from life to kill and on a whim. I'm basically his plaything. Oh, and the waifus are just happenstance. Oh no, that just came from years of practice. God just finds it humorous to hold on to my soul so he can whisk me from kill and on a whim. Fuck. Less talky, more washy. You want my secrets? Wash my clothes for a year. You agree to this. Less talky, more washy. You want my secrets? Wash my clothes for a year. You agreed to this, after all. Less talky, more washy. You want my secrets? Just wash my clothes for a year. You did agree to this. Uh-huh. All that free labor? Just down the drain. Good.
Is that it? Really? Is that all I had to say for this commentary? I'm calling my lawyer.
I have Yuri on my dashboard. Actual recording. Haha! I see! I'm not unfocused. You know, Brooke, I am pretty happy with what you did for my cameo. Okay, so does the red wire connect to the blue wire, or does the blue wire connect to the red wire? That sounds so dumb. You know what, faggot? You're a safety... You know what, faggot? You're a safety hazard! Shut up! This is my connecting noises.
Rainbow monkeys, also very round and super chunky. We love wherever they go, something stupid in a big rainbow. Red and orange and pink and blue. Rainbow monkeys, we love you. This is why I want to die. Fucking let me.